Hey, what's up, my little tattletales? Yo, come in and sit down and shut the door. Y'all, Kylie Jenner just told on herself and her whole Kylie Cosmetic brand, at least the next shipment, might be shut down for unsanitary reasons. Now, I know TMZ tried to come in and play Captain Save-A-Ho and just give a little bit of a story, but you know your girl had to dig deep and find out all the tea. And y'all... What am I talking about? Okay, Kylie Jenner, in typical Kardashian family, literally made a lie, told a lie, showed something that showed her entitlement and elitism, and also put people in danger, right? She was called out on that. That was being in a lab without any gloves, hair, all this hair tied back, all this stuff. I'm going to explain to you why this is actually such a big deal in a second. But she was called out for, like, what are you doing being in a lab that makes cosmetics in an unsanitary manner? She then tried to go online and gaslight and troll the person that accused her of it. Unfortunately for Kylie, this person that she tried to troll and gaslight and play and publicly admonish was on his money, knew his stuff. Not only that, he works in the industry. He is a thought maker, a thinker, a shaker, a candle maker in this industry. And he told Kylie, you better get the F out of here with that game, and read her to filth. And then Kylie started arguing with him in his comments, and he's considered to drag her and then mollywopped a few of her loyal supporters on the way out. Y'all, I do not know what exactly is going on with Kylie Jenner. She really lost her damn mind. Kris Jenner, you better come do a cleanup on all one, because this is actually really serious. Like, this is actually gross. And bacteria, dirtiness, unsanitary hygiene, but the cover-up was what was so pathetic. Are y'all ready to get into the hearts and souls of some espionage and a cover-up of the magnanimous proportions for something super stupid? Yeah, well, if you are, go ahead and hit that like, comment, and subscribe button. I got all the receipts, and we're about to dive into them. Are y'all ready for this? All right, let go. Okay, so this scandal started off innocuously enough, right? Kylie literally posted all these pics of her in the lab and said, in the lab, creating new magic for you guys, better than ever, right? Kylie Cosmetics, so exciting. Khloe, that's my baby, there's my baby. To which I said, she damn sure is your baby, Khloe, living in delusion and literally straight playing herself on this internet. But let's move forward, right? And I remember the one thing I remembered from looking at those pictures was that, how are you in the lab and you don't have any gloves, you don't have any goggles, you don't have, your hair's not pulled back? It's just really weird. Well, apparently I wasn't the only one that noticed that. Enter Mr. Kj Bennett Beauty. Kevin James Bennett to you. He is beauty, cosmetic, and personal care, brand consultant and cosmetic developer, Emmy award-winning makeup artist, local 798, he's in the union, educator and journalist, and consumer advocate. You know, I had to hop over to his link tree, and let me just say this guy is legit. And even the way Kylie was speaking to him, you're going to see that in the messages. Clearly, you know who he is, and he's on your radar. Go onto his link tree. He has a really cool blog. Anyway, he said, I know the Kardashian and Jenner stans are going to come for me in my throat because I'm calling out the cosmetic queen. But what the F, Kylie Jenner? Oh, he tagged her. He is serious. He said, I'm a cosmetic developer and work with cosmetic manufacturers and their labs as part of my job. I have very short hair, and I've never been allowed into the lab or onto the manufacturing floor without a hairnet, shoe covers, masks, and disposable gloves. Kylie is gaslighting her followers into thinking she is creating cosmetics. And I'd like to know what ignorant manufacturer in Italy let her stage this photo op in their lab and on the manufacturing floor without following proper sanitation protocols. I need the name because I want to make sure my clients never work with them. Folks, this is not the way that we create cosmetics, and misrepresents, right, how our industry works. Credible manufacturers follow strict sanitation protocols to protect you. Now, here's the thing, right? I'm going to get into Kylie's clapback and her gaslighting, and it gets deeper than what TMZ reported in all these media blogs because they don't want to get on the Kardashian's bad side. But Kevin had time today. Let me tell you why this is actually so gross and disgusting. For anybody that knows people that are chemists, that have family members that are, or you've ever worked in a lab, if strict protocols must be followed, because one, not even a hair, but one little microscopic piece of your hair with your shampoo, conditioner, whatever, falling into it can literally breed into bacteria that can make hundreds of thousands of people sick. It can also pollute the whole place so that you have to shut down the whole factory in order to strictly sanitize. Bacteria, mold, so many things can be bred, all from things we can't even see. Even the skin falling off of, like, you know how your skin flakes but you can't see it? Even the microscopic particles of skin that fall off of your body naturally can literally make a difference. And a little problem, like a little piece of hair, by the time it's mixed in and it maybe contaminates 50,000 lipsticks, and it grows and it breeds, and by the time you get it in Sephora, it smells funny and it can make people sick. Even though people like to make light of it, it's actually something very serious. But let's see what Kylie had to say. So Kylie immediately clapped back. She said, Kevin, this picture is not, so Kevin, you obviously know who he is. This picture is not taken in a manufacturing facility. I would never bypass sanitary protocols, and neither would any other celeb or beauty brand owner. That's completely unacceptable. I agree. This is a small personal space creating my own fun samples and taking pictures for content. Nowhere near the mass manufacturer. No one is putting customers at risk. Shame on you, Kevin, for spreading false information. And I said, ain't this a mess? You literally sitting here on the internet calling me stupid because I believed your BS because you said you were creating things in a lab. Listen, but here's the thing. Kylie didn't know. Kylie thought she was talking to somebody from TMZ. She didn't know that Kevin is new to this, not true to this. Let me tell you how Kevin exposed Kylie for this lie. This is the lie, that she was not in a real lab. Why would she lie about that and just try to make us think that she was taking fake pictures? Because if she was in the lab, her whole cosmetic lab could get shut down for unsanitary conditions, and not in like, oh, it might happen, in a way like the safety board definitely would do it. She's trying to make sure her cosmetic company does not get shut down until it's sanitized and health inspection goes through. But look what Kevin, how he read her and said, Mama, don't play with me. Go play with your mom. Kevin said, so you were standing on a platform looking into an expensive homogenizing kettle that had processed at least 50 liters of a complexion product, the product still covering the mixing paddles, without PPE, with your hair tied back, without PPE or your hair tied back, wearing a whatever lab coat. But this is not a cosmetic manufacturing facility. It's personal space. Wow, there's some serious gaslighting going on here. He said, shame on me. No, shame on you and whoever takes care of your social media. Kevin literally said, babe, stop this. I know you don't even know how to write. You barely got out of your little home study at high school. Stop playing. He said, shame on you or whoever takes care of your social media for trying to gaslight everyone into thinking I'm the one to blame. Just take responsibility for your mistakes and move on. Now, you know there always has to be a Kardashian save a hoe that said, Bloom Darling said, yikes, I get your comment, but I also get Kylie. We're too quick to draw conclusions on the internet. It didn't look too serious and people will drag unnecessarily as usual. I think you hurt her feelings. Yo, Kevin said, stop it. Because guess how he clapped back? He said, are you a cosmetic developer? Do you know how strict sanitation protocols are in a responsible lab? I do. So if you don't want your feelings hurt, don't break rules that protect people's safety because you want a photo op and your privilege gives you leverage, and don't lie about it when you get called out. But then Kylie posted some mess about she got to change her dog's name down, and everybody was just like, huh, and I Googled it. She apparently got a dog and named it Kevin. But Kevin said, are you seriously going to lie and then troll me? Wow. And he rolled his eyes because so then somebody from the lab that Kylie's about to get shut down said, I was there yesterday. I worked there. The picture was taken in a different space away from the main laboratory. And I said, so Kylie's trying to lie and say she wasn't even there, even though she was wearing this lab and idiot's lab coat, right? And maybe she would have gotten away with it, except for somebody in the lab actually stepped in and said, no, she was there, but let me tell you something, right? It's not over. She asked if it was possible for her to create content for her social media platforms. So don't call out Reggie Lab. You have no idea how much is difficult for Italian companies continue to work with this economic crisis. Shame on you. What? Kj Bennett said, really? So who's on the homogenizer platform looking into a full vat of product? That is the main manufacturing space where sanitation protocols are required. So then Shrinkle also jumped in, and baby, she's verified too. And she said, no hate to Kylie, and please forgive me if this has already been mentioned, but no lab would allow her to do the actual pouring, measuring, mixing, etc. I'm very hands-on with the product development and work closely with our labs. I give direction and watch everything happen, but the only person who's allowed to actually touch, formulate the stuff is a trained chemist. No one would allow a client to jump in and play chemist the same way a doctor wouldn't hand you a scalpel and let you join in performing a surgery just because you own the building. Cute pics though. Wish I looked that hot in the lab media. Kj Bennett said, yes, flame her, that's fire. And she brings up a really, really good point. That because most people don't understand how strict a chemistry lab is and a sanitary place is, they think it's no big deal. This falls on the lab. If you're letting her do that, what are you letting other people do? Funny you say that because there's a TikTok of Selena Gomez also in that same lab being able to run around and take pictures. This draws bad light on the lab. Now, can you blame Kylie for doing that? I don't know. However, I mean, it is in their MO. However, this does draw a lot of disgust, ridicule, and anger to that lab and all the products it makes. Again, you can read these comments right here on the thing. Kevin was going in on everyone. But this really sums everything up to me. Anna said, I don't know what's more concerning. Kylie posting these pictures, the lab being unsanitary, or the public commenting and not seeing anything wrong with this. Yikes. Let me tell you something. Safety, sanitary measures, hygiene, FDA, that stuff is not up for public debate. Now, I know we can argue about whether Kim looks like a dead, dehydrated chicken on Twitter all day. Fine. But when it comes to things that keep the population at whole safe, that keeps, like, literally, I don't think you guys understand. Well, not you guys, but I just don't think people understand how deeply and how disturbing and how unsanitary and even deadly things can get just from somebody taking a photo op. This really is on the lab, but it's also on Kylie. For one, trying to lie about her taking pictures in the lab, then coming back and trying to gaslight because she was trying to cover up an even bigger sin. Y'all, you can buy that Kylie Cosmetics if you want. Because, again, forget about Kylie and all her shenanigans. That lab, it ain't safe. It ain't safe. It ain't safe. Anyway, my little tattletales, let me know what you think in the comments, and I will talk to you later. Also, this will be a heavy upload day. Talk to you guys later. Bye.